Hello again my friends. The latest PS4 Destiny trailer revealed just 12 seconds of new gameplay footage. 12 chuffing seconds. Now, as Destiny fans are all too aware, Bungie has remained extremely tight-lipped these past few weeks. New info has been pretty much non-existent, and as a result, Destiny fans are getting restless, and trust me, I totally sympathise. Without my weekly fix of new Destiny info, I'm a broken man. But fret not my friends, together we'll get through this dry patch. In this video, I'm going to attempt a feat of such daring that you'll either salute in admiration or vomit in disgust. Whatever your reaction, keep in mind that I'm doing this for the sake of our collective sanity, to keep us going until Bungie's next info blowout. That's right, I'm going to make a frame-by-frame analysis video of those 12 seconds of gameplay footage. Oh yes indeedy. If there's new gameplay footage, no matter how scant, I'm going to damn well analyse it. So then, it's time once again to talk about Destiny. First up, we see a fire team of Guardians sitting at the edge of a ravine that overlooks old Russia, and this screenshot shows just how beautiful that view is. We see a breathtaking skybox, gorgeous lens flare effects, tiny dust motes whizzing past on the breeze, low-flying clouds that circle the distant mountain peaks, mist, fog, shadows, and a lake that reflects the sunrise. There's a hell of a lot going on here, all happening in real time on PS4's engine, and yes, Bungie has confirmed the game will look this good, if not better, when the finished build is finally in our hands. Bungie has also promised real-time weather systems and a full day-night cycle for each planet and moon, so it's little wonder that Bungie has incorporated the option for players to simply sit and take in the view, and as you can see, each Guardian adopts the same pose when sitting, which suggests that yes, this is a standard gesture that players will have access to in the game. So far we've seen Guardians pointing, saluting, waving and even dancing, and it looks as though we can now add sitting to that list. Now, sitting may seem like an odd thing to include in a first-person shooter, but when you consider the social aspects of Destiny and its vast scale and scope, it makes sense. For example, you and your fire team might want to discuss tactics, how to ambush a group of fallen soldiers you've seen in the distance, and what better way to do this than sitting down at the edge of a cliff that overlooks the surrounding area and formulating a plan. And for those of you who play Lone Wolf, what better way to look all mysterious and cool than cutting a solitary silhouette while you sit on the peak of a mountaintop. Next up, we see that same fire team of Guardians riding alongside one another on Shrikes, Destiny's non-combat speed bikes. Now, what caught my attention here is how the Titan gestures to his fire team, pointing forwards as if to say, "Onward fellow Guardians, our goal lies ahead." Could this mean that players will also have access to gestures while riding vehicles? And is this something you'd like to see? Leave a comment below and let me know. This next screenshot shows the contrails of light that each Shrike leaves behind it. And if we zoom in on the Titan, we see a decorative cloth hanging from his waist. Now, as you probably already know, each Guardian class is represented by a symbol. This is the Titan symbol. This is the Warlock symbol, and this is the Hunter symbol. Now, if we do a side-by-side comparison of the symbol emblazoned on the Titan's decorative cloth and the symbol that represents the Titan's Guardian class, we can see that they are not the same. The symbol on the Titan's cloth has more segments. So then, what does this new symbol represent? Is it simply a decoration used to customize your Guardian's appearance, or is it something players have to earn? Something that they can then proudly show off to other Guardians? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, so leave a comment and let me know. Now, this next screenshot introduces us to Destiny's heads-up display. In the top left, we see the radar. Now, if we zoom in, we can get a better look at what's going on. The blue triangle in the center of the radar represents you, the player. The blue circles represent your teammates, and the large red segment shows which direction your enemies are attacking from. In this case, straight ahead. This radar shows that enemies are attacking from the front and the right, and this radar shows enemies attacking from the left, the front and the right. Now, if your radar ever looks anything like this, well, you're pretty much fucked, lol. Now, in the top right, we see what appears to be an icon for your ghost. For those of you who don't know, your ghost is a hovering AI companion that you can call upon to light darkened corridors. He'll also impart useful info about your surroundings. Now, interestingly, during the trailer, the ghost icon appears only briefly. It doesn't seem to be a permanent HUD fixture like your radar is, which suggests that it will only flash on screen when it can actually be used. So expect to see this icon appear when you venture into dimly lit areas or when there is a point of interest you might want to know more about. Now, if you're wondering what weapon the Guardian is holding in this screenshot, it's Red Death, an exotic pulse rifle. You can tell by the gun's distinctive spiky barrel and blood red ammo counter. Now, in the bottom left, we see our Guardian's weapon HUD. If we zoom in, we can get a better look at what's going on. This is the grenade icon. Grenades are distinct to your Guardian's focus. This is a hunter's knife. It appears that you'll be able to equip this alongside your grenade. Now, we've seen both the hunter and warlock use the hunter's knife as a melee weapon, but we've also seen the hunter's knife as a weapon that can be thrown. My guess is that in order to use the hunter's knife for either close quarter melee combat or as a thrown weapon, you'll need to have it equipped in one of these slots. Sadly, this icon is obscured, so we can't actually talk about it. Next up, we see the Guardian's primary weapon, which appears to be a PSI Umbra 2. Now, this is kind of odd, because the gun the Guardian is actually holding is Red Death. The secondary weapon is the Silver Dollar shotgun, and the heavy weapon is Galahorn, an exotic rocket launcher. Now, if we look at the weapons HUD from another screenshot, we see a different set of icons. Now, we've not actually seen this icon before, and I have no idea why it's red. If I had to guess, I'd say it's some kind of grenade. What do you guys think? And this icon is again something we've not yet seen before. It shows a hand casting what appears to be some kind of shield or perhaps an offensive projectile. Your guess is as good as mine on this one, so please feel free to leave a comment and let me know your thoughts. I'd be really interested to see what you guys have to say about this. And this is the Nova Bomb icon, unique to the Warlock class, who unleashes it as a devastating projectile. Can't wait to try this one out for myself. The Warlock's primary weapon is the Duke Mark .44, so I guess this weapon is now officially confirmed as a primary weapon. The secondary weapon is the Conduit F3, a fusion rifle, and the heavy weapon is Galahorn. Now, you may have noticed that next to each of these weapons is a tiny icon. My guess is that these are elemental perks that you can use to boost your weapon's damage dealing capabilities. And you may also be wondering why each weapon has infinite bullets. Well, rest assured, this is just for the sake of this trailer. The actual game will not give you infinite ammo. Now, in this screenshot, we see two Hive troopers, one of which is firing a purple boomerang-shaped projectile from its weapon. And here's a detail you may have missed. We can see a swarm of moths fluttering around a light source. It's a nice little artistic flourish and shows just how much attention to detail Bungie is lavishing on its universe. This next screenshot shows a Warlock winding up to unleash a Nova Bomb at a group of Hive below. We can see that this particular class of Hive are called Shriekers. Now, this is the first time this class of Hive has been mentioned. Some of you may recall that the Hive hierarchy was detailed in Game Informer's exclusive news blowout back in January. According to Game Informer, the Hive hierarchy consists of Thralls, Troopers, Knights, Wizards and Ogres. No mention of Shriekers. Now, my guess is that the Shrieker is either a new class of Hive or Bungie has simply renamed one of the older classes. Remember, Bungie changed the name of the Sparrow to Shrike, so a name change seems to be the most likely explanation. Now, this next screenshot shows the devastating impact a Nova Bomb makes when it collides with its intended target. You may have also noticed that this Guardian's teammates both have a caution symbol floating above their heads. This symbol appears when your teammates are being attacked. It lets you know that they're in trouble and that you may want to wade in with some extra firepower to help them out. This screenshot also reveals how Glimmer is displayed on your HUD. If we zoom in, we see that this Warlock has just gained 19 Glimmer from obliterating those Shriekers. In case you didn't know, Glimmer is Destiny's in-game currency. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of this trailer analysis. However, Bungie has tweeted a few interesting tidbits of info these past few days, so let's end the video by having a look at them. First up, this tweet, which reads, "Did you know, in Destiny you'll use a map to plan your adventures and discover new territory." Now, according to Game Informer, you can pull up a screen-filling map littered with icons for story missions, cooperative strikes, competitive multiplayer matches, and other as-yet unrevealed activities. Now, what I'd like to know is how many maps will be available to us. Will each planet have its own unique map, or will the game have one giant world map that players can refer to? Either way, the fact that Destiny has a map to plan your adventures and discover new territories suggests that Destiny's explorable open world areas will be big. Next up, this tweet, which reads, "A Guardian is charged with protecting Earth and defeating our enemies. Are you ready to join their ranks?" Next up, this tweet, which reads, "In the face of adversity, humanity will prevail. Fight back to retake your home, Guardian." Next up, this tweet, which reads, "The Traveler's arrival heralded the start of our golden age." And finally, this tweet, which reads, "Pop quiz, you only have enough materials to upgrade one weapon, primary, secondary or heavy." Thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If we can get this video to 3,000 likes, that would be effing sweet. Subscribe for more Destiny news, and thanks for watching, you beautiful bastards. Here comes that mother chuff of a boom. Hello again my friends, really glad to see you made it beyond the boom. Now if you're new to this channel and you're desperate for more Destiny info, I'd suggest checking out my older videos. Why not start by clicking the on-screen thumbnail? It will take you to a video where I talk about the Traveller, the Companion and the Director. And remember, the Games Developers Conference is almost here. Now the reason you guys should be excited for this year's GDC is that Bungie's giving a series of presentations there between March 19th and March 21st. Topics of discussion will include Destiny's facial animations and complex character customization options. If you want to learn more, I suggest checking out my video on this. I've left a link to it in the description box below, so be sure to go and check it out. And again, I'd just like to thank you guys for your continued support. There are now 55,000 of you beautiful bastards, a number which totally blows me away. If you're new to this channel, welcome aboard Guardian, and if you're a grizzled veteran, thank you so much for sticking with me. For daily Destiny info, follow me on Twitter. There's a link to that and all my other social media in the description box below. And guys, a question I've frequently asked is, who makes your intros? Well, here's a guy called Movalidapack and he runs a YouTube channel called Push to Insanity. I suggest you go check out his work. If you like what you see, drop him a tweet. I've left a link to both his Twitter and YouTube in the description box below. And one last thing before I go. I've hidden a Destiny beta access code in this video. If you want to redeem it, you'll need to be lightning quick as these things go super fast. Good luck, and as always, until next time, Guardians.